If you want to go ahead and get yourself there. Yep, comfortable, tall seats. Again, some elevation for your hips. Move a little bit through your shoulders. So today we're going to focus on shoulders, hips, and a little twisting. So you want to start out with as best as you can, some ease in your shoulders, some elevation under your hips, and a nice lifted spine. Eyes closed if you feel comfortable. Hands facing down and spine lifting up. Just a couple clearing breaths. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. 2 more times. And then start to direct your breath so you feel it mostly in your belly. So allowing your belly to kind of spill over, not holding it in any way. Allowing your inhale and exhale to fully be at your belly. Maybe you want to go right to breathing in and out through your nose. Go for it. Maybe you still need those exhales out of your mouth. See if you can start to make your belly breaths a little bit slower. And then just allow your breath to come back to normal, whatever that means for you. Just an everyday inhale and exhale, although it might be a little slower. Moving up in your torso to feel your breath at your middle, kind of lower rib area where your diaphragm attaches to your lungs. So a little higher than your belly button. The front lower part of your ribs, the back lower part of your ribs. Let your inhale and exhale be full and focused here. Again, it might be all in and out through your nose. You still might want to stay with your exhales out of your mouth. Notice the level of ease or the challenge of breathing into this part of your ribs. Slow it down. And then let go of that focus. Come back to just your normal inhale and exhale. Although you still might have a lingering sensation or feeling at your middle ribs or even still at your belly. Lastly, moving your breath anywhere from your chest, your collarbones up to your throat, anywhere in that area. So higher up on your torso, maybe even into your shoulder blades on your back body. Here's where you allow your focus to land for the next little bit. Now might be a good time to take your breath in and out through your nose fully. It can be a very soft sense of an ujjayi breath. Still fairly slow and steady in your pace. And then from the breath up into your chest, collarbones, and shoulders. Moving towards three-part breaths, so returning back to your belly. Inhale moves from your belly towards your diaphragm, up to your chest, and exhale. Go from the base of your spine, traveling up, and exhale. You might need to take a slower breath to get all the way up your spine. You're welcome to let it go past your collarbones, up into your throat, up into the center of your skull, and even up towards the crown of your head. Feel it travel from the base of your spine, the base of your belly, all the way up as high as you need your breath to go today. Keeping all attention in your spine. About 10 more breaths here. Feel free to count them if that helps you focus. It's not about how quickly or how slowly you finish these 10 breaths. It's more about how smoothly you can take each individual one. When you're finished, flip your palms up towards the ceiling, backs of your hands resting on your legs. Then allowing your chin to come down towards your chest, slowly letting your eyes open up, letting your head lift up on top of your spine. Go ahead and move whatever your meditation seat is off to the side for the end of practice. So you won't need it till the end, just your block near. Find your knees bent, toes forward, fingers either out towards 3 and 9 o'clock or all the way back. Few reverse tables starting with the shoulder opening. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sits bones down. So at your own pace, inhale, exhale. Hips don't have to go to their highest point by any means, right? It's your first moving in and out with your breath. Starting to gently open up in the front of your shoulders, your armpits. Good. 2 more. And then as you bring your sits bones down, if your fingers are turned back, turn them out to the sides. Let your feet come a little bit away. Seated pigeon, right ankle over your left thigh. And then reverse table, inhale up. Exhale, sits bones down. Walk your arms in, lift your chest towards your inner calf. Yeah. Flex at your ankle. And then walk your hands back. Inhale, come up again. Reverse table with that pigeon leg. Exhale down. Hands walk in, chest goes up. So now moving into your outer hips a little bit. So make sure you take your hands forward and back as you come in and out of this pigeon in a seat. So you have enough space and your shoulders don't feel cramped. Good. So just take 2 more. And if your hands don't love this position, you can always take your knuckles down into fists and lift up. Yeah. And then after your last one, staying in pigeon in a seat, but with that nice lifted spine. So arms can walk in, acting like your kickstands, chest up. Can be helpful to widen your hands here as you take your legs over to the left, right foot down. Look a little to the right. And then exhale, knees up. You're going to take it up and over to the right side. Like you're in a pinwheel with your ankles still crossed. Yeah, between those 2 shapes, exhale up and over. Feel free to turn your head. Exhale up and over, back to the right side. And now you're getting a little bit into your glute still, a little bit into your hip socket. Still keeping your chest upright. Shoulders down as best as you can. Yeah, and you'll really allow your left inner knee, the big toe side of your left foot, to come down towards the ground. Looks good, everybody. Flex your right foot a little bit more. Good, last time. As you come back through pigeon in a seat, straighten your left leg, sit up nice and tall, and then exhale, hinge at your hips. Yeah, so ankles still crossed in that shape. Both ankles are awake, leaning forward. And if this feels like too much on your bottom knee, right, you're feeling it in the attachments around your knee, instead of having your foot on top, you'll put your foot under so it keeps support in your knee. So option to keep your ankle up or take it under. Shoulders down. Good, one more breath in. Slow your exhale down. Everyone go ahead and sneak your right ankle under your left knee. Yep, yep. Take your left leg behind you, so you're coming into that pinwheel shape. Left hand to your hip, and then you're gonna rock forward and back. So into your hip socket, glute leaving the floor, reaching towards the floor. It doesn't have to touch it. Forward and back, forward and back. Just a few more times. Good. Shoulders down from your ears, crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Good, and then as you come back to center, you'll take your left leg behind you and stack it on top. So double pigeon, and I'm gonna switch so it looks like you're mirroring me. And it can be like this, remember, perfectly good to look like this. You can also just cross at your shins, double pigeon, make sure your bottom leg is out in front, so they're pretty parallel to one another. And then exhale, lean. So starting to feel that sensation on the outer edges of your hips. One might be a little more than the other. Interlace your fingers behind you, reach your knuckles back. So again, we're going hips, shoulders, and twisting. Good, flex into your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up, lift your shoulders right above your hips. And then exhale, twist to your right. So you can take your left hand to your foot, turn and look over your right shoulder. Good. Inhale, come back up, arms reach. Exhale again, twist to the same side. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Staying for an extra breath. Thinking about what I've said many times, what part of your breath do you unwind a twist on? And then when you're done with that twist, unwind. Come back to both legs out in front. Give it a little shake. Up and down, up and down. Pigeon on the other side. So left ankle, pull your right knee in. Notice how far, how away, or how close you want your foot to be. Fingers out to the side or fists. Inhale, reverse table. Exhale, hips down. So it should be your other leg. Inhale up. Exhale down. Yeah. So take it at your own time. Then you're going to start to add that walk in, lift up through your chest, walk back, press up into reverse table. Because you want to feel that extra little bit of stretch on your outer glute. So that's why walking your hands forward and back helps. When your chest gets a little closer to your calf, you might feel it a little more. Relax your jaw, keeping your shoulders down. Take about 2 more, all at your own pace. And when you're done, and in that pigeon in a seat, chest lifted. Flex into your left foot, just helping to keep your left knee super active. And again, if you feel crammed, walk your hands back a little bit as we take the twist. Legs over to the right side, left foot flat. Turn your head. And then up and over to the right, inner right knee, right big toe side of the foot down. And then up and over, back to the right, gaze to the left. Up and over, knee, big toe side of the foot. Good, so take your time moving between these spaces. If your shoulders need a break, you can always give them a moment because they are holding you up. Active in your left foot especially, your right foot also. So again, we're going for musculature around the hip here. Some nice fluid movement, especially in your right hip socket. One more time, up and over each way. Nice, lift your chest up just a bit more. And then as your legs come over to the side, take a moment. Lift your shoulders down, lift your shoulders down, press your shoulders down, and then up and over, back towards the center. Right leg straightens out. Again, either keeping your ankle crossed or going with your foot underneath to protect your knee attachments. Exhale, leaning forward. Pull back through all your toes. Lean forward. Yep, so you're still in that same, it's that figure 4 shape right here. Breath in and out. Interlace your fingers back behind you just to give you an extra little opening through your shoulders, tucking your shoulder blades together. Slowly release your hands. Take your ankle underneath your right knee this time. That way it just makes it a little bit easier when you take your right leg on top of your left leg for double pigeon. Your double pigeon, whether it's crossed shins, stacked shins, try to have this top foot, your right foot, hanging off. Now sit up tall. Exhale, hinge a little, a medium, a lot amount, just until you feel it right here. Probably a little bit more on your right side than your left, that's okay. You can put your hands down. You can put your hands forward, but as you guys know, if you start to do this, it's going to be more productive to put your hands to the side. Yeah. And then we'll add in the twist element. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn to your left. Right hand to your right foot. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, turn to the left. And take 2 more. Stay an extra round of breath. And then unwind on your inhale. Cross your shins. And before we come over into hands and knees, left elbow over right, hug, wrap, or twist. If you have forearms, press your forearms away from your face and just start to take your elbows up and down. So a little bit of a sawing action. Shoulders in a different way. Open and close your jaw. Still stay attentive in your spine, so watch if you're rounding back through your lower spine. Good, come back to the middle. Unwind your hands, release, take a little squeeze back through your shoulders and switch. Right? Just to get your shoulders going a little more. So we opened them already in that reverse table way. Keep your forearms away from your nose as much as you can without excessive force. Jaw relaxed. Last couple sawing actions up and down with your fingers and your elbows. And then slowly release. Interlace your fingers behind you, knuckles back, chest high, left ear, left shoulder. Turn your head down so your chin comes more towards your left part of your chest. Chin over to the other side till your right ear comes to your right shoulder. Keep the energy of pulling down with your knuckles. And then tip your chin in, look straight down towards your right leg. Yeah. Inhale, head up. Release your arms. Take just a couple back strokes. Yeah, you can go one arm at a time, both arms at a time. Fluid in your shoulders, as small, big, medium as the circles need to be. And then coming to the side with your hips, taking your knees over, tabletop. Have your block close. Exhale, downward dog. Enjoy your first dog of this Friday. Do your favorite little movement in downward dog. So maybe that's bending and opening, just walking it out, or bending and straightening a little bit through your knees. Connecting with your breath. Step halfway up with your right foot. You can take a hold of your ankle and give it a helping hand all the way up. You're going to get into a runner's lunge position. Block underneath your left hand. Twisting up and open. Right fingers reaching. Legs starting to awaken. So now opening in the front of your left hip. Twisting at your spine. Then wrap your right arm behind your back. Going for your shoulder again. Hips, shoulder, and twist. All in one posture. It's going to be a lot more enjoyable if you choose to actively and attentively breathe. Unwind your right arm on an inhale. Exhale, right fingers down. 180-degree turn. Take your block with you. So you turn to the other edge of your mat. Magical. Twist the other way. Right hand down, left arm up. And then I want you to, again, notice those three things. So the front of your right hip getting space. The twist happening at the center of your belly. Last piece, wrap your left arm behind your back. Front of your shoulder gets to open. Right arm is there to support you, not there to leverage to try to crack your back a bunch. Unwind your left arm on an inhale. 180-degree turn with you and your block. Back until you're in that high runner's lunge with your right leg. Repeat again. Right arm up. Left leg active. Play around with the back foot. So your left foot, maybe your heel higher or your heel pressing back. Quick check for your right knee. Twisting. Wrap your right arm behind your back. And then change the angle of your neck so it's a little bit more enjoyable. For some of us, that might be down. For some of us, it might be forward. Remembering your neck is an extension of your spine. There's vertebrae in there. Inhale, release your right arm. Exhale, hand down, 180-degree turn. Here we go. Left side. Left arm reaching up towards the ceiling. Now, do you need to come high on the ball of your right foot? Or energy pressing back through your heel? Twisting at your belly, wrap your left arm. You can almost even touch, maybe, also maybe not, the front of your right hip. Or just towards that general vicinity. Yep, change the angle of your neck. Gives you a nice moment to check in on the stability and the stacking action of your left knee. Energy more in your legs than in your right arm. Inhale, release your left arm high. Exhale, pivot. Guess where we're going? Back to the right side. Oh, but this time you get to bring your knee down. Walk your hands up, untuck your left toes, low lunge. Opposite hand, opposite elbow behind you, right? Shoulders, so it's still front of your left hip, shoulders down from your ears, holding your elbows behind. Let your thighs come a little bit more at an angle just for the next 2 breaths. Then release your elbows. You're gonna let your thighs come parallel and perpendicular, which we don't do super often, so you might need to walk your left knee up underneath your hip. So see how parallel top leg, as perpendicular-ish as you can your bottom leg, and then twist. So you're gonna twist towards your right. Your right hand can be anywhere on your back. It can wrap behind you for your shoulder. Your call. Nice, everybody. Inhale, upright. Exhale, twist to your belly. So it's less about the front of your left hip. It's more about the twist. Release the twist in your neck. Bring your hands down. Tuck your back toes 180 to your left foot. Right knee, gently bring it down. Start, and again, this is where you let your pelvis come forward. Notice how thighs make a little bit more of a diagonal line. That helps your hip flexor. Opposite hand, opposite elbow, or if you're feeling it already, reverse namaste, fingers down, fingertips towards your back, or fingertips up towards the ceiling. Your palms don't have to touch. Still reverse namaste, just your fingertips are touching together. Pull your shoulders back, the front of your shoulders back, and then the top of your shoulders down. Last 2 breaths. Breathe right into the front of your hip. Release reverse namaste or opposite hand, opposite elbow. Pull your legs into that parallel perpendicular position. You can untuck your back toes if they're not, and then twist to the left. Shoulders right above your hips. Think about like you would stack pieces of a kebab, just like that, shoulders and hip kebab. Sneaking in that left shoulder, it likes to bring itself up towards your ear, so bring it down. Bring your breath back in and out. Unwind your neck first. Inhale, unwind your belly twist. 180, back to your right foot. This time, keep your knee lifted. Walk underneath your left hand. Take the twist again. Just so you can see if there's any more ease in your body, hip, twist, or right shoulders, you wrap your arm behind now that we've had some good amount of time here. So go ahead, wrap your right arm behind you. Yep, there you go. Press your right shoulder back. Pull your right shoulder down. So you're still leaning forward, taking any excessive compression out of your lower back. Left hand on a block. Good, unwind, right arm up. Right hand down, low lunge, diagonal on your thighs. This time, both arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, fingertips reach. At your own pace, exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. One more time. Hands down, go ahead and move your block out of the way. Hands on the inside of your right foot. And you can walk your hands over to the side. So you're gonna come into a pigeon. So setting it down. I know it's early to do pigeon, but we're going for it. Untuck your back toes. Stay upright, so active pigeon. Maybe you wanna bring your hands outside your hips. If that feels like it's putting too much of a push or a press at your lower spine, just go forward a little bit. Try not to go all the way down. A little rock side to side. Side to side. Excellent. Neck length, everybody. Good. Come back to the middle. Hands in. Do your best to come into a 3-legged dog from this pigeon. Left toes under, left knee up. You can step to downward dog first, adjust your length, and then your right leg up. Ooh. Good, step your right foot 3/4 of the way to your hands, still on the right side, and then you can give it a helping hand all the way up. Take your buddy the block, 180 towards your left foot. Yep. High runner's lunge to start, left arm up. So we're still in the lean though, yeah, good. Wrap your left arm behind your back. And again, you're just noticing any shifts, any changes, the front of your right hip. Maybe your spine feels more able to turn, to twist. You're able to lengthen your neck more because your shoulders are starting to unwind. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left hand down. Right knee down, low lunge, both arms up. 5 times cactus arms. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, fingers up. All at your own rhythm. If you haven't been counting, it's okay. One more. Good, release your arms down. Set your block off to the side. Hands on the inside of your left foot. So you're gonna walk your left foot over towards your hands, setting your knee down, and you can bring your left heel in. I'm gonna show you from the front. You guys are actually, don't turn because you're all facing away. Don't do that. Just keep looking forward. Good, go ahead and come down into pigeon. Upright in your spine, and just listen for a moment. Your left heel can be a little closer towards your right hip. Doesn't need to be parallel to the back edge of your mat. So change where your arms are, stay active in your chest. If it feels like too much of a load at your back, lean forward, rock side to side. Right and left, left and right. Just a small range, maybe 2 inches side to side. Relaxing into your jaw. Good, come back to the middle, hands under your shoulders. Right toes tucked under, moving your way into 3-legged dog in as many steps, pieces as you need. Left leg up. Nice. Left foot down, high plank. Your favorite way to get onto your belly. You can go through chaturanga, you can bring your knees down, working towards your belly. Good, so just give yourself a moment. Forehead on the ground. Start to move your hands into a cobra or even further back. Coming back to our shoulders. Inhale, lift your chest and head. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting your upper body. Exhale, you get to lower. Start to let your hands rise up and everything down. Just keep going at your own pace, about 3 more times. In and out of cobra. Forehead down. Hold your own hand at your tailbone, Shalabhasana locust pose. Knuckles back, chest up. Right here for your shoulders, your chest. Gaze down. Think about reaching back through your knuckles. Your hands don't have to lift very high. Just reach back towards your heels. Exhale, lower, release your hands. Option to take windshield wipers or option to just let yourself settle. Good time to breathe into that middle spine space. Right where your diaphragm attaches to your lungs. And then Shalabhasana, arms by your side, palms to the floor. So release your legs if you're windshield wipering. Palms and pelvis stay down. Everything else lifts up. Good. Stretch your toes back. Breathe in slowly and steady. Now you don't have the clasp of your hands to automatically bring your shoulder blades together, so you have to use more muscularity right here. So you have to use more open chest, more back strength, shoulders down. Last breath in. Exhale, slowly lower. Take the other side of your face down. Option to windshield wiper. Option to stay as is. And then moving your forearms underneath your belly and your thighs. So your pinky fingers can come together. You gotta kind of lift your bum up in the air to bring your hands underneath you. If you've ever taken a Bikram class, you've probably done this. So literally your hip bones are kind of on your forearms. You might just feel a lot of pressure at your elbows, your wrists, your fingers. It's okay as long as you're not in pain, right? It's kind of like that same sensation as eagle. There's healthy compression for a little bit and blood flow when you come back in. You don't need to lift anything here. You might just use the weight of your body to help release your elbows, your wrists, any pressure on your hands if you've been working on the computer a lot. You can slightly lift your chest, even come onto your chin, and that might be enough. You don't need to physically lift your torso or your legs. You can, but it's, again, it might put too much pressure. One more breath in. Exhale, lift your bum up. So make that little inchworm shape in your back. Release your arms, and just let the blood come back in. Wiggle your fingers. They're still there. Move your wrists. We are going to do that one more time, but in just a little bit. First, bring your left hand in underneath your armpit. Right arm up and out to a 45-degree angle. Left leg up, hinge at your knee. Take it behind. Maybe your foot comes to the floor. The right side of your head to the floor, right ear. So it's that twist from your belly kind of onto your side. Reach through your right fingers. Yeah. Shouldn't be too much of a twist, just enough. But also feeling the front of your right shoulder, your pec, your chest muscles. Breathing. One more inhale. Exhale, slow unwind to your belly. Both hip bones down, right arm in, left arm up at a 45. Right leg rises, knee hinges, take it back. Breathe it out. Feel an extra reaching sensation out through your left fingertips. If the twist ever feels like too much, you can just keep your foot closer to your straight leg. You can also just do the shoulder portion of this, stacking one leg on the other. Slowly unwind back onto your belly. One more time. Scoot your behind up in the air to bring your arms underneath you. Feels funny, I know. Pinky fingers as close as you can get them. The weight of your hips on your wrists, right? If you ever do a lot of planks or downward dogs, computer time, play a lot of tennis or something, this is a good one, just to lay on your arms like this. Knowing that if you do lift in any amount, literally maybe your head 1/4 of an inch, you'll feel the difference. You don't have to lift your legs in the air. You can lift your feet off the floor, and that makes a difference too. You can lift your shins, your knees off the ground, but just notice how it affects you Positively, negatively, and then adjust accordingly. Notice if you're fighting it. Can you breathe with the really uncomfortable sensation? Maybe you need to turn your head the other way. Last 2 breaths, you got it. Lift your bum up so you can release your arms. Let the blood come back in, fingers, wrists, elbows. Maybe circulate your wrists. Then straighten your elbows slowly. Come up onto your forearms, stay exposed. Yeah. Lifted heart, grounded elbows and forearms. Might feel amazing to stay right here. Might be the time to bring your hands underneath your shoulders, move into your first upward dog. Active legs. Take your time to move to tabletop. Belly towards your back, knees under hips. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, come up halfway, slide your hands above your knees so you can really work your shoulders down and away. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach out and up, staying standing for a good little bit. Good, keep your arms up towards the ceiling. You can let your palms touch together. Toes can touch together. And I know you are all super smart, so you can do this. Your left knee's gonna go out to the side. Your right arm's gonna go out to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale, right leg, left arm. Center, left leg, right arm. So you're gonna go opposite leg, opposite elbow. Doesn't have to be the fullest opening you can. If you get any clicking in your hip, don't take your knee as far out to the side. Good. Make sure your other arm stays straight up towards the ceiling. So right, we're in hip and shoulder at the same time. Just opposite sides. Inhale and exhale. Slow it down. I see some speed going. Exhale, elbow and knee. Inhale, up. One more time each way. And then stand in Stamastitihi equals stand, big toes together, palms by your side, so it's just a more narrow mountain pose. Eyes closed. Use a little squeeze of your glutes. Again, that helps to release the front of your hips. Shoulders down. Open your eyes, hands to your hips. Move your shoulders again away from your ears. Left leg, right elbow. Then turn to the left till you stack your right elbow right above your left knee. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turn from your navel. Inhale, open to center. Exhale, turn. So again, we're back to hips, shoulders, and twist. Really getting that shish kebab stack. That's hard to say a million times. Shish kebab stack. Try to say it. Get your brain going too. So it's exhale, twisting. Your elbow and knee don't need to touch. They just need to go in that same vertical stack position. Last time, stay over to the left. Take your right hand to the outside of your thigh. Stand up tall. Reach your left arm back. Standing twist. So your right arm should be crossed in front of your torso. Left arm reaching back behind. Good. Exhale, sweep your left arm up in front. Take a hold of your knee or shin. Pull that left knee up and out towards your armpit. Roll your ankle. Other way. And slowly release. Good. Point your right toes and just move around your right big toe. Letting your standing ankle get some space. Other way. Shoulders can go at the same time. And then back to equal standing pose. Big toes touch, palms forward. You can close your eyes if that helps you just recenter and ground. Inhale, hands to your hip, eyes open. Right leg, left elbow. Tall, 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 all the way from your left heel to the top of your head. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, open to the middle. Exhale, turn to the right. Open to the middle. Right, and we're not doing this, right? We're not doing this like standing crunch thing, right? I don't want you to go into spinal flexion right now. There's gonna be a huge gap between your elbow and your knee. It's really getting you to be in that twisted sensation, that stack sensation. Hip and shoulder mobility. Balance, right? Basically everything all at the same time. Over to the right, hold it here. Cross your left arm in front, hold the outside of your thigh. Reach your right arm back. Maybe even looking for your right thumb. Pick your leg up just a bit more, pick your chest up. Yeah, nice, good active ankles. Up and over with your right arm, taking your leg out towards your right armpit, rolling your ankle, clockwise or counterclockwise. And then the other way. Excellent, foot down. Point through your toes, roll around, pivoting around your left big toe. Also a nice little movement for your hips, switch directions, move your shoulders. Nice, this time feet apart, find your Malasana squat pose. Chest up. Weight back on your heels, back on your heels. Good, slowly bring your hands down, then back behind you to come onto the ground and into butterfly. Yep. Pull your feet away just a little bit so it's easier to twist. Left hand to the front of your right ankle, right arm behind, and twist. Push your feet together. Feel your sits bones on the floor so you can sit a little more upright. Unwind on an inhale. Switch. Right hand, bottom of your left shin. Back arm helps you stay upright in your spine. Turning your head, but noticing if your left shoulder is very close to your face, try to gently bring it down. Inhale, back to center. Take your hands to your outer knees, bring them up, round back. Just get a little spinal flexion, tuck your chin. Inhale, chest up. Take your time to roll onto your back. Nice and easy. Hips and shoulders one more time. Nice place for this is a wider bridge. So feet as wide as the mat, slight turn out on your toes. You can do this restorative with the block underneath your sacrum. You can do it active, sans block. So go ahead, find your Setu Bandhasana bridge pose. Getting your shoulder blades to nestle together. Feeling the tops of your shoulders move down towards your heels. And allowing the front of your hips to have space. One more breath in. If there's a block, press to your feet, remove it. Everyone, release your shoulder blades from each other and roll down. Keeping your feet wide, twisting windshield wiper knees side to side. So it's just that very calm twist, side to side, hip socket mobility. Good. Come back to the middle. You know your body. Anything else is available, or you can stretch right out into Shavasana. If you need something else, take it. If you don't, leave it. And move into rest. Rest with your hands somewhere on your torso. Breath relaxed. Bones heavy. Mind just kind of floating free. Possibly taking 3 of those 3-part breaths. So belly, diaphragm, chest, exhale. You can stay with the 3-part breath or release it again. You can stay in Shavasana or make minimal movements to get yourself into a meditative seat. Just for the last minute or so, be where you need to be. Breathe how you need to breathe. You now feel a sense of lightness in your easy seated pose. Sukha. Ease physically, ease in your breath, maybe ease in your mind. Hands together at heart center, soft elbows. 3 breaths to end class together. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, sit a bit taller. Breathe a bit longer out. Head down to your heart. Thanking yourself for the time, the space, the practice. Again, thank you to each of you for allowing me to guide you. Open your eyes, release your hands. Happy Friday. Hopefully, happy shoulders, hips, and spine. Yay. You guys are my favorites. Thanks for being here. See you again next week, same time, same place. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Imogen. You too.
Thanks, Larry.
Thanks, Imogen. Next week I'll be in the woods, so I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay, have fun in the woods. I'll see you when you're back.
All righty.
Bye. Bye. Thanks for coming, Mom.